Hello, everyone, and welcome to week three. By now, we should be pretty familiar with the system. What's the system? The system is, as I've written on the course home, right? Um, Read the PowerPoint, the one in front of you, right? The one I'm posting on the course home, and watch the video before taking the assessment, right? Before taking the assignment. Go over the material first and then take the assessment, right? So same as week one, same as week two, right? I go over key things that will help you with the assessment, right? As opposed to just reading the entire book, which you should do the readings anyway, but it's more condensed, right? All right, here we go. Page 32, a fixed mindset is the opposite of a growth mindset. Assumes abilities are permanent and unchangeable. Someone with a growth mindset sees setbacks as opportunities to learn. On the other hand, someone with a fixed mindset assumes abilities are permanent and unchangeable. All right, so you see a pattern here. What is the takeaway? A student who has a lower test score than expected and continues using the same study approach demonstrates a fixed mindset. Was it Einstein who said, you're crazy if you do the exact same thing and expect different results? I agree, right? So that's a fixed mindset. Let's move on. Page 32 and 33, right? Um, a growth mindset assumes the best of you. A low test score doesn't automatically make you bad at school. It could simply mean that you need to rethink your strategy. Someone with a growth mindset sees setbacks as opportunities to learn. A growth mindset doesn't ignore disappointment, it reframes it, right? Takeaway: a student who says, I need to figure out what didn't work so I can improve next time is demonstrating a growth mindset. All right, straightforward. Page 33 and 36, a growth mindset doesn't ignore disappointment, it reframes it, as we just talked about, right? Um, Being resilient doesn't mean that you should ignore stress or pretend everything is fine all the time, right? There can be a tendency to want to ignore or hide from setbacks because we sometimes react emotionally. Takeaway: if a student considers ignoring a feedback, the student should review the feedback and adjust the study approach. All right. Page 32 and 34, persistence, a continued effort over time, right? Persistence, continued effort over time. It is the tendency to keep working towards a goal, especially when reaching the goal is difficult or you must overcome challenges and difficulties. Persistence keeps your behavior going. Takeaway: a student that balances work and school but continues studying, even when the material becomes difficult and time is limited, is demonstrating persistence. Page 34, resilience is the ability to face pressure and recover from setbacks while moving forward. Resilience helps restore effort when obstacles interrupt your progress. Being resilient doesn't mean that you should ignore stress or pretend everything is fine all the time. Being resilient means you're capable of facing stress head on and can figure out how to recover. Takeaway: a student who receives a lower grade than expected decides to review feedback, identify errors, and change how they prepare for the next assignment demonstrates resilience. Page 34, motivation is the energy or desire to do something, and it is usually linked to how you feel. Motivation often gets your behavior started. Takeaway: if a student feels motivated at the beginning of a week but stops studying, when that motivation decreases, is relying too heavily, right? on motivation. All right. Page 3234, persistence and continued effort over time. All right. Persistence, continued work over time. It is a tendency to keep working towards a goal, especially when reaching the goal is difficult or you must overcome challenges and difficulties. Takeaway: student plans to study after work, but skips sessions when they feel tired or discouraged, has lack of persistence. Page 35. Showing resilience means pausing in the moment, reflecting on the problem, evaluating solutions, adjusting strategy, and re-engaging with the problem. Takeaway: if a student receives a poor grade, pauses to review what went wrong, identify gaps in understanding, and creates a new plan for the next assignment, reflecting and adjusting strategies. All right.